What is going on, guys? It is the Shane Maxon here, back from the video, and today we are back for our week 4 prep and match, and our week 5 prep for HI or PME Gold Season 3. I haven't really been too free because midterms just popped out of nowhere, so I haven't been too free to record, but we're just gonna do this real quick. Week 4, we've faced Silver, Smasher, and the Floridian Typhlosions. I believe at this point they're like 3-0 plus 15, and they have a very scary roster. Yeah, I'm gonna read off their team real quick. It was Zygarde 10%, Volcarona, Gardevoir, Tentacruel, Lantern, Thunderous Incarnate, Ferrothorn, Toxicroak, Meloetta, and Buffalon. While we have Victini, Amoonguss, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Registeel, Sneasel, Landorus Eye, Gengar, Tyrantrum, Golbat, and Hitmonchan. So the week 4, when we were supposed to have this going, we meant to have it on Friday of that week. And he was like, well, I just prepped for you. This is like, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday. And he's like, well, I just prepped for you, so if you want to battle tonight, we can. And me, being the little energetic boy that I am, was like, oh, I really want to battle, because I really love battling. So I was like, okay, I really want to battle. So I threw together a team in like 30 minutes. Didn't really realize that I didn't have time to record it at that time, so I couldn't even live comment or anything like that. So that also messed me up. So yeah, that's kind of, I threw together a team real quick, didn't really have much of a plan for it, so I just decided to throw together a team real quick, and this is what I decided to bring for him. So I ran a lot of gimmicky sets. First off, we have Vaporeon here, Vape Nation, obviously. Leftovers with the Water Absorb. One sec, just need to do this real quick. Water Absorb. Work up Baton Pass, Wish, and Scald. I realized that Jolteon puts in a lot of work if I can get it set up a little bit. So I decided that I'd run Work Up Baton Pass, which is a very bad idea for Vaporeon to run Work Up, like not run Protect on it. So I decided to run Work Up, Baton Pass, Wish, and Scald. Scald, obviously for an attacking move. Wish to recover. Baton Pass to get out and just let out the Work Up, and then Work Up to Baton Pass into Jolteon. And then Max Defense, because a lot of his threats that Vaporeon could deal with are physical. Next, I brought Jolteon, or Pika Thunder the Jolteon, with the Zap Plate. I ran Zap Plate because I wanted something to boost its attack, but not Life Orb or E-Belt. I don't know why I didn't think about E-Belt, but I think because Thunderbolt hit his team a lot harder anyways, I decided to use it. And I didn't really want to take residual damage from Life Orb a lot, because I knew I'd have to swap in probably. With the Volt Absorb, Thunderbolt, HPI, Synchronoise, and Work Up. Thunderbolt for Stab, HPIs for the Zygarde, Dog, and Synchronoise for the Lantern. And then Work Up in case I need to set up a little bit myself. 116 HP, 2d2 special attack, 140 in speed. I believe that outspeeds a Zygarde 10% with that spread. Next I have Kuro, the Sneasel, with the E-Belt and her Focus. I ran E-Belt because I want something to boost my attack without me having to run Life Orb. Ice Shard for knockoff, Icicle Crash, and Focus Punch. Ice Shard because, you know, knockoff. Or Ice Shard because gives me priority, knockoff for stab, Icicle Crash for stab. And I decided to run Focus Punch because I knew that Zygarde was going to be coming, and it's a very, very crucial thing on his team for him to keep around. So if I bring out Sneasel, he knew that Ice Shard would have killed. So rather than staying in, he'd swap out into probably the Intimidate Scrafty to eat up, you know, and knock off for an Icicle Crash, and I would go for Focus Punch that turn and do a solid amount. That was my plan. Max speed, max attack, and 4 in HP. Next I have Registeel here, with Leftovers, Clear Body, Seismic Talk, Rat, Sleep Talk, and the Stealth Rocks. I knew Registeel was going to be very important to get rid of some of those special threats, such as Thundurus, or let me just look real quick. Thundurus, Gardevoir, Meloetta, just those. So I decided to run him special with the Seismic Toss because I don't believe he has a Ghost type on his team. He does not, so it's just free to, and then Rest Sleep Talk to keep myself going, and then Stealth Rocks for hazards. And then I run Max Def. Next, I had Victini here with the Choice Scarf, Victory, Star, Blue Flare, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, U-turn for Initiative, Blue Flare for Stab, Dazzling Gleam, do hit, what was Dazzling Gleam there to hit? The Scrafty, and yeah, just the Scrafty, I guess, and against the Zydog, and then Energy Ball for the Lantern, yeah, for the Lantern. And then max special attack, max speed, timid. Lastly, relic or the Tyrantrum with the Shuckaberry, Rockhead, Head Smash, Rock Polish, Dragon Claw superpower. After I got a Rock Polish up, I could do a lot of damage with Head Smash, Dragon Claw, and superpower. Obviously, the Head Smash and Dragon Claw for stab, and then superpower just for that Scrafty. Just the spread in general. I didn't go too in depth with this because I don't remember because it has been a couple weeks. But yeah, that's the team we brought for him. In a second, we'll watch the battle. But actually, we'll do it right now. So I'm gonna cut real quick, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the battle. It's gonna be post-com, but yeah. This is the battle for me via silver. And the team we brought: Scrafty, Zygarde, 10%, Thunders, Ferrothorn, Tentacruel, Meloetta. Like I said, this is the team I brought over here. I decided, predicting my race to lead, that he would lead off with Zydog, and so I decided to lead off with Sneasel, predicting that. That was the play I decided to do. It is going to be sped up a little, and there isn't really going to be too much commentary. This is going to be from Silver's point of view because I did not save the battle myself, sadly. So, I'm going to lead off with Kira, like I said. He is going to lead off with Thug Life, the Scrafty. And here, I decided to make a very bold play. I predicted him to switch out. Or I predicted him to set up, predicting me to switch out. And so I went for a Focus Punch to try and do a lot of damage to this thing, and he didn't. He just went straight for the Drain Punch, and so I died. And here I just decided I would start going for, I would start wishing up, and this is just kind of where things went downhill. I decided to wish up here, making him go for a Drain Punch, and then I decided to go into Victini here, and then I just took this massive knockoff. I actually managed to live, but he knocked off my scarf. I found out that I wouldn't kill with a Dazzling Gleam if he was max HP, which he turned out to be. So that turn I went for a U-turn, right back out into Vape Nation. As he went for a bulk up a little bit ago, he's going to go for another knockoff here, and he's going to knock off my leftovers. I think it's at this point where we just I decide to wish up on this thing. He's going to get a crit there. I decide to wish up as he decides to go for, and I decide to work up. And at this point, we just start setting up on one another. This part is going to be sped up a little. He's just going to decide to wish up. We're just going to, I don't know if I'm going to speed it up, but we're just going to be working up and wishing, and he's going to be going for bulk ups, knockoffs, drain punches. We're just gonna be like this for a while, and it gets to the point eventually where I realize, oh shit, I left this fucking thing set up. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this thing now? And it comes down to the point where I have to hope that whenever I baton pass out my work up into Jolteon, he goes for another bulk up rather than drain punching. And this is at the point where I go for a baton pass, and I'm hoping that he went for bulk up here, and he decides to go for a Drain Punch. And just completely kills my Jolteon here. And that ends the sweep. That ends the possibility of sweeping. That ends me possibly winning. And that's just kind of the game at this point. I go for a Dazzling Gleam here. And like I said, he was max HP, so he was able to live. He just can go for a knockoff here. And this is just kind of where he sweeps. He just kind of cleans up at this point. And then I'm gonna go into Relic here, the Tyrantrum. I believe I go for a superpower. I do, and he lives because of all those bulk ups, and he just goes for the Drain Punch and just completely kills me. And then just gets all the HP back. So down I go. Now I believe I go into Registeel, the Registeel. And he decides here to go for the Drain Punch. I actually managed to live. I wasn't expecting that at all. But it's not like it would have mattered. I went for a Seismic Toss there. And he's just going to be able to just kind of get all that back with a Drain Punch this upcoming turn. No, it's just Scrafty versus my Vaporeon here. As he takes out my Registeel. And now, and this is kind of the point where I realized I was doomed from the start. It's basically this right here. I managed to outspeed. I go for a Scald. I get it. I get the burn. I get the first turn burn. He's gonna go for the Drain Punch. And he is going to get the Shed Skin right away. I'm gonna go for a Scald again because this one I already know I'm screwed. I might as well try to make it a 5-0. He's gonna go for another Drain Punch, and he's going to get the Shed Skin again 2 times in a row. And then here I go for a Scald. I get a third burn, and he crits me. No, he didn't crit me. He said he crit me. Oh, I guess he just got a high roll. But that's where I knew I was doomed. I don't know. That was the match. So now we'll get into the team builder for Scotty. Like I said, there was no match for it because he forfeited, but I still want to go over my team, so it will be there. And yeah, guys, so this is my team for the Scotty Dr. Pepper, which we should have battled week 5, but due to work for him, like just sudden work, he was not able to battle me, so he forfeited 3-0, which is good for me because that was an interdivision match. I'm not glad that he forfeited because I was really looking forward to the battle, but overall, that's good for me record-wise. So that puts us up a little bit. That brings us up to 3-2. I don't even know. 3-2. Give me a sec. Let me just check what I was after week 4. I was 2-2, -4. So now I am 3-2 -1, bringing us above Scotty. And I believe Noivern beat Kurt 4-0, I want to say. I think he beat him 4-0. So that would bring him. So we're in the lead. We're in second place right now, behind Noivern, which is going to be very hard to bring back Noivern. I think Noivern almost locked himself a division spot at this point, so it just helps me in general for that. So we're doing all right. We got Registeel, the Registeel here with the Chople Berry. Oh wait, let me go over his team. Our team's still the same, although week 5, I decided to make a transaction. I decided to drop Gengar for Mimikyu because I already have the Poison type in Amoonguss, and I keep my Ghost typing while also grabbing a Fairy type, or since I don't have one after dropping Primarina for Vaporeon. So this was going to be the last week I was going to use Gengar, and well, I'm not using it. But Gengar will always be a proud member of the Austin Aipoms. Always going to keep pulling my heart. But we are now have Mimikyu on the team for week 6. Week 6. So next we have Registeel here, the Registeel with the Chople Berry, Clear Body, Ice Punch, Thunder Wave, Iron Head, and Toxic. Once again, I did not go over Scotty's team. Let me do that real quick. He has Tapu Lele, Gyarados, Donphan, Galvantula, Cofagrigus, Cryogonal, Skarmory, Salazzle, Umbreon, Hitmonlee, and the Leafeon. Very, very scary team with the Tapu Lele and access to webs. I am not a fan of that. Oh, but this is the team that we brought. Registeel, the Registeel with the Chople Berry, Clear Body, Ice Punch, Thunder Wave, Toxic, and Iron Head. Max Bedef. To go for Registeel was just to take any hit from Tapu Lele and then Thunder Wave it to just completely cripple it. Because I feel like he was going to bring specs. He has not much reason to run Scarf if he has webs. So by Thunder Waving it, that would really help me a lot to outspeed it. And then Iron Head, obviously, for stab. Toxic to kind of put things on a timer, some of his other walls, such as maybe Umbreon, although I know it can heal Bell it off. And the Coppergrigus and the Dawn Fan, just those three. And then Ice Punch to hit the Dawn Fan, and I guess Skarmory for neutral. Yeah, just those. So that's why I ran that set on Reggie. Triple Berry allowed me to live Focus Blast and then Thunder Wave and then just do a lot of damage with Iron Head. Although he might have still outsped me, especially if he had webs up. But yeah, let's have Vaporeon here with the leftovers: Water Absorb, Wish, Scald, Toxic, and Protect. Wish obviously to recover my team's health. Scald for stab and just to have an attack and move. Toxic to whittle down those walls that I mentioned before. Umbreon and Cofagrigus, Dolphin, just anything in general. And then protect to Toxic stall a little bit maybe if needed. Scout, guarantee we get our wish, stuff like that. Max HP, max defense with 4 in special defense, bold. The reason I did that is because it's mainly to wall Gyarados, as it has been putting in a lot of work the past couple weeks, like versus Carson. It swept him late game, I believe. So it's mainly there just to wall it if it tried to set up. Also to wall like maybe Donphan, Skarmory a little bit better, and Hitmonlee if it gets the Unburdened boost. So yeah, that's what I ran Vaporeon. Next we have PK Thunder here, the Jolteons, Choice Specs, Volt Absorb, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, HP Ice, and Shadow Ball. 100 in HP, 252 special attack, and 156 speed. Timid. I believe that allowed me to outspeed a Salazzle, max speed Salazzle, and then I split the rest in HP. Choice Specs just to get off as much damage as possible. Thunderbolt and Volt Switch for stab and initiative, respectively. HP Ice to hit the Dawn Fan, yeah, and the Leafeon, I guess. And then Shadow Ball to hit that Cofagrigus just a little bit harder. Yeah, next we have Plum here. Oh, Plum, I'm gonna miss you. With the Choice Scarf, give me a second. You can hear me moving around a little because I need to plug in my computer real quick. There we go. Plum here with the Choice Scarf, Cursed Body, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Volcus Blast, and Destiny Ball. Shadow Ball for stab. Thunderbolt to hit like maybe Gyarados very hard. And that Skarmory, just for those. And Focus Blast to hit the Umbreon. And then Destiny Bond, just in case we wanted to try to pull some shenanigans if we have to take out something. Because, like, with Gengar, even if he had webs up, I'd still outspeed a non-scarfed Lele. And if I really saw it as a problem and I needed to get rid of it then and there, I could go into Gengar and just Destiny Bond and kill it. And let it kill me and take it out. So that's what my plan was with Gengar. That kind of as a backup. 20 in HP, 4 in defense, 252 special attack, 4 in special defense, and 220 speed. I believe that... What did that allow me to outspeed? That allowed me to outspeed maybe a Galvantula. I think that's it. A Galvantula, maybe a Cryogonal, one of the two. 252 special attack, and then 20 in HP to give me odd HP, and then I had 8 left over, so I just put them into the defenses. And next we have V Aipom with the Choice Scarf. Same reason as Plum, whereas we can outspeed the Lele as long as it's not Scarf, even if he has webs up. That's why I ran it. I believe this sped crept the Lele 252 special attack, 4 in special defense, 4 in defense, and 20 in HP. Same as Gengar, how I had a little bit left over because I had odd HP, so I just put them into the defenses. Blue Flare, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and U-Turn. U-Turn for the initiative. Blue Flare for stab. Thunderbolt to hit the Gyarados, and yeah, and then Psychic to hit just anything, honestly. I think that was just for stab. Um, that was just for stab. And yeah, that's why we ran that. And lastly, Fat Bat the Golbat with the Eviolite Inner Focus. Oh dang. This thing didn't have a nature. Shoot me, dude. I think this was supposed to be impish. But yeah, Fat Bat the Golbat holding the Eviolite with the Inner Focus in case he tried to flinch us. Because I know versus Carson, his Gyarados when sleeping got a couple flinches on his what was his Mimikyu before he dropped it. So, um, so yeah, having inner focus would help a lot. Although I was thinking about running, um, the infiltrator in case he did bring screens. Brave Bird, Toxic, Defog, and Roost. Brave Bird obviously for an attacking move, it's stab and stuff. Toxic to window down those walls that I mentioned earlier. You know, the Coffee Grigas, Donphan, Umbreon, things like that. Defog to get rid of any hazards you may not want to set up, especially those webs, and Roost to keep myself healthy. 244 in HP, 252 defense, and 12 in special defense and Pish. That's the team we brought versus Scotty. Obviously, like I said, we did win versus him 3-0. We won 3-0 versus him. So yeah, that was good for us because we got that forfeit. So then, like I said, we are now 3-2, -1. And we are now in second interdivision, which is where we want to stand, first or second, in order to ensure ourselves a playoff spot, because that's how we're doing it this season. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Week 6, I believe we play Marcus. Let me see real quick. Who do we play? We play Tesla. Oh, God, we play Tesla. He is either... I think he's 3-1 as of week 4. Scary, man. Stay away from me, Tesla. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. But I'm gonna hop out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to be recording today a lot because I do have some free time. Also, make sure to go check out in the description my Twitch because I've been streaming a lot more on that. So make sure to go check out that below. But anyways, guys, this has been the Shady Mexican, and I'm out. Peace.